A red band trailer of Kraven the Hunter was released at CinemaCon this weekend. What does that mean for the Spider-Man titles that have many of those villains? The latest Flash trailer is out now, and there's a lot of buzz around the movie. But will that buzz last, and will the momentum keep going? What is the significance behind the Star Wars adventure comics from Dark Horse Comics? New this week, Batman 900, and there's a lot of good covers to choose from. Also, the second appearance of Spider-Boy. And let's not forget, out this weekend, Guardians of the Galaxy Volume 3. All this, plus I still have that Wolverine Origins #1 signed by the recreators. Go check it out. There's more to come. See you later at the pull list. Excelsior.
What's up, everybody? Did you like that little opening by the Joker there?
That was a good one. Yeah.
What's going on, everybody? Welcome to the best show that you're gonna find from two kids in the Bronx at 6:30 about talking about comics. Was that? You know, because we got a lot of stuff going on, guys. There's so much stuff going on. I'm going to show you right now what's the Monday night lineup, and this is not even close to what the real lineup is. This is just a small sample of all the shows that are going on today. So we got a lot to do. I'm going to try to keep this show within an hour. Josh, how you doing, my man?
I'm doing good. How are you?
I see you have a different background going on today.
Yeah. The kids are out, so I've reclaimed the living room.
Oh, that's good. That's good. That's good to hear. Well, let's go ahead and say hi to the guys in the chat, because we do have quite a few people in the chat. The first person that came out with Steven Hayner. We'll talk a little bit about some Flash hype and what's going on. All right, Collecting with Dirts. So let's go. He's gonna actually do a show with the Comic Vet, I believe, at 7:00 today. So again, we're all doing a little bit of something. Welcome to the Izzyverse channel members, TM Nerdy. Welcome. I'm happy to have you as part of the group here. I think he took the cosmic level, so I gotta prepare a package for our good friend TM Nerdy, and he has all the emojis to go there. Couching and slouching, I'm sure he has multiple screens ready to go. So what's going on, C Bizzle? All right, S Vaughn 82, what's going on? What's up, homies? We're gonna see S Vaughn later today, so later this evening. So we have that going on. Also, Beckerman, what's going on, Beckerman? I know last week I was able to get a nice little giveaway from Beckerman, so I'll be expecting that coming up soon. I'm sure once it comes, we'll do a nice little opening. All right, there goes TM Nerdy. All right, I'm gonna try to catch someone. Cold's Comics claims hashtag my son loves ice cubes. I'm very happy your son does. Then we have Arelis Delgado. Welcome aboard, channel member. Let's see who else we got. And I think yeah, no problem, as Vaughn. Thanks for help. It is what it is. We're always busy doing stuff. It's a busy time period. So yeah, welcome aboard. And KBDM. It's that one's always hard for me because my brain automatically goes with the industrial rock band KMFDM, which I don't think you've ever heard. I'll let you hear them one day. You'll be like, okay, Izzy, I understand why you like them.
All right.
All right. And then we got Samuel. What's going on? You're not late. We just started the show. So I believe that's all the hellos for the day. Don't forget to leave the hashtag. What was the last? I think I did hashtag Logan for today. But I do have all the members. So we will be doing our race later to determine who's going to win the giveaway. And I got two. I got one for channel members, and that's the Wolverine book. Remember the Wolverine book I still have? I realized that this is my only one of this kind. I have two others, but they're sketch covers. So, okay, I'm happy, right? And this is the one that I'm going to give out to. So someone's going to either win this or this. And Blue Beetle Graduation Day issue 2 features the first appearance of the Yellow Beetle. I think it is. That's
Yellow and green. Who can keep track?
All these colors, right? It's like the Green Lantern Corps all over again. We got a lot to talk about. So let's go into and let's start talking about the books that are trending. Let's do it. So, Josh, we got a lot of books that are trending this week. Well, as always, there's always 20 books trending from the Key Collector app. So I get this app so that you can know what's going on. And we'll definitely talk amongst the people in the chat in regards to it. But yeah, let's take a look at what we got going on. So the first book in this list is Web of Spider-Man 36, the first appearance of Tombstone. Do you like Tombstone?
Yeah, Tombstone's cool.
Yeah. There's different versions of Tombstone. They have him like a crime boss in some series, and then there's other ones that he's like a henchman. The purpose for this one is because he's supposed to be in that Bad Bunny movie, El Muerto.
What do you mean Bad Bunny movie?
Yes, there's a Bad Bunny. You have to keep track with things, man. Bad Bunny has been slated to be in a Sony's Spider Universe movie called El Muerto.
So he's acting in it.
He's acting it. And it's rumored that the villain is going to be Tombstone.
Okay.
Yeah, exactly. So Tombstone's first appearance happens to be in a Web of Spider-Man. That's pretty cool. We don't really get a lot of Web of Spider-Mans, all right? So there you have it. Another rare character. Guardians of the Galaxy #1. You have the annual #1. This is the annual that came out back in 1991. Features the first appearance of Kurgar, something like that. I don't know how you say it.
Kurgar,
right? So there's rumors that he's going to appear in Guardians of the Galaxy, so that's why there's some hype. What's going on? El Green Machine. How you doing, Larry? Hope you're doing great. All right. So yeah, exactly. So look at that. See, Bizzle, I'm with you, man. Tombstone, like I said, he's graded some of them, and some of them he's not so great. He's kind of like they sometimes create him as like a low tier Kingpin sometimes. You know what I mean? I've seen versions of him that he's supposed to be like a Kingpin version. And
yeah,
when you can't do Kingpin, let's do Tombstone. Right? Or they'll just make Tombstones a henchman of Kingpin like they did in Spider-Verse.
right.
But right. So Guardians of the Galaxy, what's your thoughts on Kurgar?
I don't remember Kurgar in Volume 2. Who was that guy?
He was the Doctor Strange character that he almost looks like Etrigan the Demon if he was red and without a mouth. And he's the Sorcerer Supreme of the 31st century.
I don't remember that guy at all.
Yeah, so if you go back to the end of Guardians of the Galaxy, when they show, I guess, the OG Guardians of the Galaxy, he's in that group.
Okay.
Yeah,
I'll have to watch it again.
yeah, he has no hands. His hands are he's like stumps for hands, and he doesn't speak. He doesn't talk. He doesn't talk, but he's a sorcerer supreme, so I don't know how that works.
Yeah, how do you cast your spells? You can't do all this.
Well, he can't even do the finger things because he's just literally like two stumps.
Yeah, he has no sling ring.
No, so yeah, exactly. What's going on, Wheelchair Superhero 87? Welcome to the chat. All right. TM Nerdy, apparently he got that. Which comic book do you have, TM Nerdy?
TM Nerdy has them all.
Done by Valentino. Yeah, there we go. He's talking about the Guardians book. All right. So next book here is Galaxy Quest Global Warning issue number 1. Because of the rumor that they're going to make a TV series. Now, Galaxy Quest is a very fun movie. I enjoyed watching it. I remember watching it years ago. Have you ever seen Guardians? I keep saying Guardians. Galaxy Quest.
Galaxy Quest is amazing. That's one of
Yeah,
my most favorite
great
movies.
movie. Alan Rickman is awesome in that movie.
Yeah.
Yeah,
He literally plays himself, right?
Yeah, pretty much. All right. Now we're gonna go and talk about some fun stuff here, right? So we got here, and before I even talk about it, I gotta say what's up to Roscoe. Roscoe has a show going on later today. Go check that out. With TM Nerdy, I believe. And now let's talk a little bit about Flashpoint number 1. So this week, the second trailer for The Flash came out, and very Batman heavy. So do you want to go nuts? Let's go nuts. Josh, did you go nuts? Did you finally break it? Did you watch the trailer?
I am now a trailer watcher.
He caved, guys. He caved.
It's what I expected. They showed the whole movie.
So you think they showed the whole movie?
Now I have to hype myself up to watch the trailer because I feel like I know what's gonna happen, which is okay. But now that's got to be my new level of excitement. It's not watching the movie, but seeing the trailer.
So, the Transformers trailer was pretty crazy. I don't know if you saw that one.
They also showed the whole movie.
Oh,
the Transformers trailer.
All they had to say was Unicron, man, and I was sold. That's it.
No, for sure. It's great. It's awesome to look at. I'm excited. I'm happy I saw it. But they show the whole movie. There's no suspense. It's like, oh, what's going to happen? We know exactly what's going to happen in this movie.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. And with Flashpoint, how much do you think they're going to deviate? Obviously, we know they're going to deviate. There's no way around it. They're going to deviate from the original. In fact, Superman's character is going to be portrayed by Supergirl instead. So they're going to do something along that line, right? But how much do you think we're going to actually see Flashpoint in this movie? What do you think? 50%, 40%, 60%? What do you think? What percentage-wise?
I think it's going to be like maybe 30%, not too much. In the basic premise, Barry has changed time. That's
the bare bones, right? The bare bones of it all.
Bare bones. There's a different Batman, but also the Batman from his universe is around. We know a lot of things going on in this movie. I think they're going to be missing a lot of chunks, though. There's not going to be the Aquaman Wonder Woman plot. There's not going to be a lot of other things that when you think of Flashpoint, we're key into that. I don't think they're going to bring the Watchmen universe into DCU.
Oh, right. And imagine that.
So just the bare bones.
But now that you mentioned the Aquaman, the Atlanteans versus Themyscira, right? The Amazons. One of the things I always recognize is that they do have plans that sound like they're going there. But obviously in this movie, you're not going to see it. But who knows? A lot of people, there's some good buzz behind the movie. I honestly think the movie is going to be DC's biggest movie, especially when it comes to, raw numbers. Mm-hmm. It's going to be the biggest thing. And where does that leave us with Ezra?
Right. Well, speaking of raw numbers, I heard a rumor. I read it on the internet.
Heard a rumor.
I heard that the budget for this movie was over $250 million. So this better be DC's biggest movie.
Yeah. Where did this comic come from?
It came from the internet.
Oh, it came from Twitch. It's a Twitch comic.
Oh, you're on Twitch? I didn't even know you
Yeah, we're on Twitch. You didn't know that? We're on Twitch too.
Twitch?
Yeah. So, okay, that's a weird comment. So I'm looking at it because I got YouTube over here just in case I missed something. But the Twitch comment is just there. So, oh well, let it go, let it ride. Anyway, so my immediate thought on Flashpoint is at the end of the movie, I think when he comes back, I think Barry Allen should be blonde
Interesting.
because Barry Allen's blonde.
Will it be Ezra Miller though?
Ooh, will it be them? That's the question. What's up, Evils Comics? Welcome to the chat. All right, moving forward, we're going to go back into this list and we're going to go into Amazing Spider-Man 135, the third appearance of Punisher, because we need more Punisher in our lives and we have no idea where Punisher's coming from. he's just there, right? Also, Venom Lethal Protector. I said lethal. Lethal Protector, issue number 4. I remember when this book came out, right? When this book came out, no one really cared about it as much. And it was kind of like sitting in the dollar bins for a while, right? Like the first issue, everybody loved the first issue. The second issue was aight. And then the fourth issue was like, okay, we're just getting a lot of symbionts in this one, aren't we? And that was the correct answer. We're getting a lot of symbionts, and that's what this is about. So this one features first appearance of Scream, Agony, Lasher, Fag, and Riot. We've seen Riot, but now the rumor has it that this actress from Ted Lasso. I don't know if you watch Ted Lasso. It's actually a phenomenal show. It's a great show. You should watch it, Josh. I highly recommend it for you. You'll like it. I guarantee you'll like it.
Trailer.
You'll like it. Trust me. The trailer does not do it justice. So anyway, the character of what's her name? Keely, I think is her name. That's her character. There's rumors that she's going to be playing Scream, which is going to be weird, only because she's very similar to Screech. That not Screech? Is it Screech? No, Shriek. Right, Shriek. That was in the second movie with Let There Be Carnage. Right, so there's a lot of similarities between the two. So I'm curious to see why they're gonna go towards a route where they're gonna do the same character. You know what I mean? So I see that S-Fawn 82. He has 4 copies. Scotty, that's a lot of copies of this book, man. Did you get them for $1? That's the question I have. All right. Also in the chat here, I see 23 Monarch. All right, welcome. I love the little emoji that he has there. That little Funko Pop. So. Yeah, Scream is great, man. I'm not saying she's not cool. I just think she's very similar to Shriek. That's all. All right. Okay, moving on. Yeah. Another thing that happened this week was people over at CinemaCon were able to watch a trailer for Kraven the Hunter, and I didn't know how soon this movie's coming out. This movie's scheduled to come out in October. And we have not seen a trailer yet. We haven't even seen images, to tell you the truth.
Well, I think, yeah. Well, fingers crossed, because Kraven, we all know I'm not a fan of Kraven. But I think it's always going to be tough when your main character is meant to be shirtless with like a lion cloth and a bear pelt or whatever he's got.
Well, the other thing, what was causing some hype is that it's going to be the Rhino in the movie. They confirmed that Rhino's going to be, and it's going to be body costume Rhino. So not some, whatever that was in Amazing Spider-Man.
Yeah, we had Rhino, man.
Yeah, no, that was not no Rhino, man. That was not Rhino, man. I don't know what that was.
That was Mecha Rhino.
That was garbage. That's what that was. And then he's Rhino for like, what, 5 seconds of the movie?
Yeah,
he was about to eat. He was about to eat the kid or something. I don't know. There was a kid there. Like, yeah, move out of the way. It's like, I'm gonna eat you or something like that. I don't know. That was just plain stupid, right? Yeah, you got it. You got it, Scott. He says it best, right? I hope they don't make him look like some stupid version of Juggernaut. Nothing could move the Rhino. They should just have like a feather and just tickle him and see what happens. You know what I mean? So the first appearance of Rhino is on the rise. Let's see. Rocket Raccoon, number 1, obvious reasons it's in this list, simply because we got Guardians of the Galaxy Volume 3. I'm excited for it, but I have been hearing things that I'm not happy about, even though I'm hearing that the movie's good. What I'm not hearing is Adam Warlock is good.
Yeah, I think the last I saw like a mini trailer, he was only in like one couple of frames. It seems like
Yeah,
he's a minor.
he's not in the movie that much, and which I find really weird because he was the plot device to lead us to this movie. So it sounds to me like they just said, you know what, screw it, we're gonna have him because we already promised him, and now he'll go fly off into space or something. I don't know. That's probably what's gonna end up happening, which kind of makes me sad because I really wanted some good Adam Warlock. So yeah, I'm with you, Evil. I'm hearing good things, but I'm also hearing mixed things. I'm not hearing things that the movie's bad. I'm actually hearing that the movie's good. It's just there's certain things in the movie that are like High Evolutionary is not all that. Here's a book that I'm excited for that I think you're holding for me. Is that correct?
Spider-Man. I have 2 copies in my house, and one of them is yours.
Really? You have 2 copies? Ooh, look at you.
Yeah.
I have the better. Mine is the better copy.
Yes, it is.
Well, mine is also signed, right? Isn't it?
I don't think yours is signed, but it's in pretty good condition.
It's probably signed. I'm almost certain it's signed. Yep, 601. This is just getting some hype again. Nothing really special going on, but it is a fun cover. Everybody loves that cover. Here's another book that's going back to excitement, and I think it's going to pick up again, and that's Deadly Neighborhood Spider-Man number 5, simply because of the Dream Spider character. She's coming back in Edge of Spider-Verse, I think issue number 4. So she's going to get her first cover, so that's going to draw excitement for this book. This book you can still get it for a pretty decent price. It's going for $15 on eBay. I should know because I'm selling one. I might just put it in a giveaway one day. Who knows? Would you guys like to see this book in a giveaway? Let me know, okay, guys? And our next book here is also a key book. This is Amazing Spider-Man 34, which features Kraven the Hunter on the cover, but it's not his first appearance. It's just, it could be his first cover appearance, but it's not his first appearance. Actually, no, it's not his first cover. It's just it's his second story. It features the second appearance of Gwen and Harry Osborn, so that's what makes it a key. Another book that's getting some momentum is Nocterra. Did you get to read Nocterra?
No, I skipped Nocterra, or the Nocterra number 1 didn't that come out a while ago?
Yeah, it came out back in 2001.
Yeah, no, I haven't picked up Nocterra yet.
Yeah, so it's been picked up by Netflix, so it's more of a wait and see what we're gonna get with Nocterra. But a lot of people like it. Tony Daniels' artwork is great in this book. But then again, I never really had a problem with Tony Daniels' artwork. I think as the years progress, he just seems to get better and better in his style. He was very much a McFarlane character, copycat type of artist. And he started to hone his craft, and he started to become more his own type of artist, which I'm really happy. So what we're going to see is Nocterra on Netflix. That's the plan right now. So who knows, right? All right. Next book here, that's another book that kind of shocked me that I saw on this list, and that's Uncanny X-Men 141. This is a classic. When we talk about classic stories, this falls into classic, right? And it is the Days in Future Past storyline, issue 1. This is one of those books that has been homaged to death. And guess what? There's gonna be another one coming by Rob Liefeld. It's not as good as this one, though. So, you know what I mean? But what's important about this book and why is it in the list is that they're going back into the well with the storyline with the X-Men. So we see that's the case. I see that Gary B, the casual comic guy, has joined us. Welcome, Gary. It's good to see you. All right. So we got that book going on. Tomb of Dracula, of course, with all the hype of Blade coming and Dracula being it. This book is always going to be on demand right now. Unfortunately, the movie Renfield did not do good, I heard. I saw that it didn't do good. No one watched it. And I'm kind of sad because I wanted to see Nick. I'm going to see it. I'm still seeing it, but I'm sad that it didn't do too good. So
imagine if it worked a certain way where people the first 10,000 people get to watch the movie, and then depending on whether they vote for it or not, that determines whether other people can see it.
Oh, that'd be crazy. That'd be anarchy. Imagine if they did that for something like Endgame. First 10,000
Yeah.
people get to see Endgame. Everybody else, no.
Right.
It's your
Madness.
Endgame. Yeah, I don't think that'll work. I don't think that's a good marketing strategy, Josh. Anyway, moving on. Web of Spider-Man 118. This is the first appearance of Ben Reilly, Scarlet Spider, as the So we have that. So the first Scarlet Spider book, again, another book that's always on this list. There's always some demand for it. So it's in here. There's a rumor now. This is the big rumor with Scarlet Spider. We already know he's in Edge of Spider-Verse, not Edge of Spider-Verse, into Across the Spider-Verse, right? So he's in the movie. What a lot of the buzz is who is playing Ben Reilly Spider-Man. No one knows who's playing him right now. It is top secret. No one knows it. Not even the actors in the movie know who played them. I don't. So who is going to be this actor? Now,
it's clearly Danny DeVito.
imagine. I'm gonna assume it's either going to be the original voice of Spider-Man from the '90s series, or it's going to be a well-known actor that might have been was going to be portraying Spider-Man, kind of like Nicolas Cage being able to, do Superman or something like that, like he did in Teen Titans Go.
Okay.
So that's what my assumption is, but I don't know who it is, so only time will tell. So there's some excitement about that. Another book that's on this list is No One, number 1. Again, this book is here. Just has demand. People like this book. They're enjoying it. Another book that people have been enjoying it, and I enjoyed it as well, as The Ambassadors, number 1. I got issue 3. I haven't started it, but I read issue 1 and 2. It's a good starting point for the book, so not bad. And I like Mark Miller's artwork style, not artwork, his writing. Static number 1 is also on the list, and of course, with the rumors have it with Static Shock being a movie, it's still in development limbo right now. However, James Gunn went out to say yes, this movie's happening.
Okay.
So if James Gunn said it, then it's a thing. It's until the moment comes that James Gunn said something and it's like, nah, it's not happening, not anymore. We haven't got to, so that's why Static is here. Right? Now let's talk about this book here. What's the deal with this Star Wars High Republic book? Quest of the Jedi came out and immediately sold out. This is cover A. Cover B is also sold out. What's going on with this book? Josh, tell me. You're the Star Wars guy in this group. What is this?
Yeah, it's got a ton of first appearances. We're probably going to see these characters in some more media. So, people love their first appearances. This was almost certainly a very low print run as well. I think it's a one-shot. And, a one-shot from IDW or Dark Horse, rather.
Dark Horse.
Yeah, it's never going to be a highly ordered book. So you can combine those two things. People want the first appearance, and it's not a big print run. You see the price right there.
Yeah. And the other cover is also demanding too. So that's not just this one. If you can't get this one, you try to get the other one, it's gone too. And I think the other cover is a better cover, to be completely honest. And finally, in CinemaCon, they were doing giveaways of this book, Flash, the Fastest Man Alive, number 1. This is actually a reprint of the same book that came out last year. So if you're curious to know a little bit about the Flash story in the movie, there is an adaptation version of it that came out last year. So go check that out. What's going on? Ken Byrne, Kenneth, how you doing? It's always nice to see you, my friend. All right, so that's your key collectors list. Any standouts for you?
I think no one's just really good. I haven't checked out the podcast yet, but it seems like that's something that could have legs long term.
Yeah, and it's just because it's set in the universe, right? It's set in the Radiant Black, what is it called, the Megaverse or something like that.
Massive verse.
Yeah, the massive verse and things like that. So it's set in that area. People are enjoying it. I picked up the first 2 issues, but I haven't even had a chance to read them. I got so much stuff, and if you saw the table right now, Josh.
You don't have a table. You have a sorting table.
Oh, you have no idea, man. My wife is already killing me, man, with this stuff.
Yeah.
She's like, what we're going to do about this? Like, I got to get Josh over here. that's what I told her.
Aren't you going to get more comics this weekend? Like a lot more?
Yeah, we'll talk about that. Anyway, let's go ahead and take a moment to see what are the top 10 lists for CBSI as well as Cover Price. So CBSI's top 10 came out on Friday night. Cover Price came out later today. So here you go. All right, those were your hot lists, the top 10 lists from CBSI as well as Cover Price. Any good books in that list, Josh?
Yeah, there's a bunch of good books in that list. I'm struck by the artists, right? You got Scotty Young, you got
Ji Hung Lee, I believe that's how you say it.
Yep, and then you got who am I thinking of? J. Scott Campbell.
J. Scott Campbell, yeah, that was a big one to see that book there. The Spider Gwen, that was cool. Some really good old books. That was cool. Conan the Barbarian for Gary. Gary, they people want Conan. All right, so that was pretty cool to see. I see that Dirge is back, cross streaming. That's right. There you go. And yeah, we who doesn't love J. Scott Campbell's artwork, man? There's something about it, man. All his women have the long legs. They all have the same shape. You ever notice that he draws like all his women exactly with the same body shapes? But I don't think anybody's complaining about it.
No.
So I'm cool. I'm also in the chat. I got the doctor, DVH. How you doing? Welcome to the show. Welcome. All that good stuff. All right. It is now time for us to go over not just the pulls of the week, and let's talk about that pull list. All right, let's switch this to the other side because I kind of like the way it looks like that better. All right. So what I did this week is I moved out anything that was considered free comic book day. So this list is simply of books that are part of that are scheduled to come out this week. Anything that's free comic book day, we could discuss it a little bit later. But anything that's coming out this week that's scheduled to come out either tomorrow, Tuesday, or Wednesday. All right, so that's what this list is going to be. Again, I want to talk about Free Comic Book Day because it's very important. It's a big day. All the shops are doing their things, right? But let's talk about the pull list, right? Starting with Marvel, which has 18 titles, not including the Free Comic Book Day books. I do believe they have about 3 of them. So yeah, this is wrong week, the wrong week for Marvel. Yeah, they're low this week, man. It's not a big week for Marvel.
They're resting.
They're resting? Well, they got all the free comic books coming out, right?
Yeah.
All right. So let's go ahead and take a look at this.
It's free for us. It's not free for them.
I know, right? All right. But one thing I will tell you about Marvel is that they're loaded with number ones this week. In fact, we have 2 Carnage number 1 books. Why? I don't know. I don't understand it, but we do. We have the Edge of Spider-Verse. Again, another Edge of Spider-Verse miniseries that's coming out this week. However, there are some stories in this title that you got to look out for: the origin of Spider Boy, Dream Spiders coming out soon. So those are going to be the latter issues of Edge of Spider-Verse. But this one is going to be it. Yeah, I know you love Carnage, Scotty. I'm not saying that we don't love Carnage. It's like, but why are you going to bring me multiple Carnages, man? Give me just one at a time. You know what I'm saying? I'm just saying. That's all I'm saying. All right. And we got Edge of Spider. We got X-Men Before the Fall, Sons of X. I'm curious to see what this story is going to take me, right? Because, the Krakoa was a good. I think when we led to Krakoa was pretty cool. I think now the X-Men are kind of like in this limbo state. And again, I've always been an X-Men kid, right? If you were raised in the 80s and 90s, you were an X-Men kid. I'm sorry to say. I don't know about this generation. Josh, you millennials with your non-X-Men love, I don't get it. You know what I'm saying? We love the Avengers. No, it's the X-Men. You know what I mean? All right. So what's your thoughts on Sons of X before the fall?
I think pretty much everybody's safe until after that Hellfire Gala coming this summer. So I think there's going to be a lot of setup. Like you said, they're kind of, it's not that nothing is happening, but I feel like there's not going to be any major changes until then. So I think this will be more setup.
Okay. And then, like I said before, we have 2 Carnage books. We got Carnage Reigns, Alpha #1. That's going to start, as well as the Cult of Carnage, Misery. I believe that's going to be stories for other characters that they're part of that Carnage world, because Carnage has like their sub universe, I guess. Within the Venom universe, within the Spider-Man verse. We're talking about a subdivision of a subdivision of a subdivision, I think it is. So you have those books coming out. Also coming out, Spider-Man 2099. I do believe this is also a Carnage related book. I'm telling you, man, the Carnage insanity, man. Right?
Two first appearances in that one.
Yeah. So you got Spider-Man 2099, Dark Genesis #1. Also a book that's coming out this week. Proper timing. Groot #1, but this looks to be Baby Groot. And we don't have Baby Groot anymore. We got Swole Groot. That's what we're calling this version of Groot now.
The Swole Groot. Yeah.
I'm not kidding. That's what they're calling it.
This is like a little bit of a coming of age miniseries.
Yeah.
So, yep.
Yeah, it's pretty much Groot with other characters. So in this case, it's Captain Marvel, and then we're gonna have another one with a different character. Kind of like it's a team up book with Groot. Mm-hmm. All right, and then Demon Wars continues with the newest book, Scarlet Sin #1. That's Pete Tramoka, and we have Star Wars: Return of the Jedi Lando #1. All right, what's your thoughts on that book?
Return of the Jedi is in theaters, man.
Yeah. Unfortunately, I'm not going to go see it because I'm going to see Guardians of the Galaxy.
Yeah, I don't own many DVDs, but I have the original trilogy on DVD. So.
Oh yeah, but do you have the original trilogy?
I used to have it. I think those VHS tapes are gone. Fun fact about Star Wars: every single release is different. So if you want to get your hands on the original theatrical release, no such thing exists. It's just not on a recording anywhere.
Yeah. All right. Moving forward, we have Spider-Man #8. This one's going to feature the second appearance of Spider-Boy. So I do believe this is one of those books, and they might already have high orders for this book, so there might be plenty available. But it's the start of a new story, and Spider-Boy is supposed to be in it from what I'm hearing.
Yep.
What do you think? You think it's going to have a high print run?
I think it does have a high print run. I think people learned their lesson. Kind of. The cutoff for 8 ends before 7 went down.
Yeah.
So maybe, but there's some other stuff going on with this. Peter Parker is going to get some new powers apparently. Mm-hmm. So if the story's good, then we'll see.
Mm-hmm. Then we're back to Immortal X-Men. So Immortal X-Men is now gone again, and now just transition right back to Immortal X-Men. 11, Moon Knight 23 featuring Venom. I love how they put Venom's name over Moon Knight in the cover. Like, yeah, Venom's in this book. All right. Scarlet Witch #5 is also coming out this week, followed by Joe Fixit #5. The Avengers War Across Time #5. A lot of #5s coming out. And with Star Wars, we got Darth Vader 33 and Star Wars 34, as well as Star Wars Dr. Aphra 31 and Star Wars Yoda issue number 7. So which one of the Star Wars books you're interested in more?
All of these actually. So 34 is going to be a key apparently for the main series. Dr. Aphra is always worth picking up. For Yoda, this is the start of a new arc, or the final arc in this 10-issue miniseries. And I forgot what the first one was. Or Darth Vader. Darth Vader is just the highest quality book in general. It's got some great cover art there and good interiors. So I think all 4 of these are must picks.
So Evil's letting me know that Immoral and Immortal are different series. Well, I wasn't sure. I didn't know about that. So why not? Oh well. All right, moving on to DC. DC also has a light week. It's 10 titles this week. I'm sure there's a lot of Batman. So let's find out. No, we start with Shazam, number 1. Now, this is a book I am generally excited for because it is Mark Waid and Dan Mora. The team behind World's Finest is now moving to Shazam. Now, this book is a couple of weeks too late, I think, but I think the book in itself is still going to be a good seller. What's your thoughts on Shazam number 1?
Isn't Dan Mora doing Superman?
Dan Mora was doing World's Finest.
Oh, I'm thinking of Jamal Campbell, I think.
You think of Jamal Campbell, yeah.
Yeah. All right. No, yeah, definitely down with this. Mark Waid, I think like he's kind of like Dan Jurgens. It's like comfort food. Like you always know what you're gonna get. Maybe doesn't always push the envelope, but you just kind of like, I'm gonna read this, I'm gonna enjoy it.
But one thing I do like about Mark Waid is that he understands golden and silver age characters, right? Better than most people. So when you read his books, they harness back to that golden age, silver age style of writing, which is, let's face it, it's not for everybody. It's not super adult, which I'm okay with, because you know what? I think kids need to read more comics. Most people I know are reading comics most people that are reading comics are above 30. We need to get the kids into comics too, guys. That's the purpose behind Free Comic Book Day. That's the purpose behind a lot of these books that are out there. I think Shazam is just one of those books that continues to be a book that's not an adult book, even though there are some really good adult versions of Shazam stories out there. I immediately think of Kingdom Come when we think about that. So that's a good thing. And Mark Waid wrote Kingdom Come, so I think we're safe with Mark Waid, and especially with the art of Dan Mora. So I'm definitely picking this book up. It should have multiple covers. Another book that a lot of people are probably going to pick up is going to be Peacemaker's Tries Hard. That's an interesting title. But it's Black Label. So if you're looking for an adult book, that's the book for you. So it's a Black Label title featuring Peacemaker, and that's coming out. Another book that I kind of saw that I'm not sure what to think about. It looks like it's a more of a showcase book, and that is We Are Legends, the Dawn of DC We Are Legends special edition number 1, which features 3 new characters. It looks like. I'm curious. I'll take a peek.
Yeah, the picture is very small, but from my memory, I think this is just one new superhero team, the Vigil. They're in Gotham.
Okay, so we'll see that. Another book here is Batman 135, which is actually going to be the 900th issue of Batman. And if you know anything about this book, you know that there's a lot of foil covers for this book. But there is one that I definitely would love to showcase, because I think it's worth it. So let me go ahead and share the screen so you guys can see what I'm talking about with this book. And we're gonna do the Batman preview. So we have multiple covers of this book, but really you have 1, 2, 3, 4 foil covers, of which I have all of them. But the one I'm really excited for is the Joe Quesada. So Joe Quesada is going to have a connecting cover. So let me go ahead and showcase the first one. This is one of the connecting covers, which would be more like the back end of the cover. So if you look at it as a wraparound, think of it as the backside. and this one's gonna have like pretty much different versions of Batman. From Batmite, you have different styles as well, which I think is really cool to say, because you are going to see here a version of, you see here a Bruce Timm version of Batman. Let me see if I can enlarge it a little bit for you guys. But I really like, you even got the vampire Batman. Look at that, a Flash version of Batman. The Batman Who Laughs. You have, so all that's there, and I think this is really cool. And this is just one of two. The other one is the other connecting cover, which you see here as well. And there's Michael Keaton's Batman, and you got the Owlman Batman is kind of like hiding in the corner. Azrael Batman, Batman Beyond. You got 66 Batman. So I am without a doubt picking up both of these. No doubt, I'm picking them up. What do you say towards this?
Yeah, I mean, those, you can't go wrong with that. Looks cool. So that'll bring you up to what, 6 Batman covers?
Yeah, thankfully I got the other ones already purchased, so I'm not worried about those. But
Okay.
yeah, but it is something that we definitely are going to talk more about when we see them. And yeah, I did pick up multiple copies, so who knows? There might be a giveaway coming soon with some nice foil covers of Batman. But the goal is to hit that 2,000 mark. So once I hit that 2,000 mark, then we're gonna go crazy on these giveaways. And I know, Josh, you have some plans for my giveaways, right? The 2,000 show. We're definitely gonna do something for 2,000. So we got some good stuff. All right, moving on. Oop, I went a little too fast there. Flash 798. 2 issues away from 800, baby. Yeah. Poison Ivy 12, Batman and Joker, The Deadly Duo, issue number 7, and Adventures of Superman, John Kent, issue 3, all coming out, as well as The Joker, The Man Who Stopped Laughing, issue 8, and the Batman Audio Adventures number 6. All right. Image also had a light week, and for Image's sake, we got 9 titles. We do have a few number 1s, so let's take a look at those number 1s. All right. So actually, I think it was only one number 1. Star Signs number 1. That's the new book that's coming out this week. Radiant Black 24. Walking Dead 62. Love Everlasting 7. I Hate This Place 8. Blood Tree issue number 4. Almighty 4. Junk Rabbit 2. And Hey Kids Comics. Sherlock of the New issue number 2. So yeah, I'm feeling you, man. $7.99 is a lot, man. Whew, $8 books, man. Remember when comic books were 75 cents? No, you wouldn't remember that. That was before your time. 75 cents. Yeah. Junk Rabbits for you. Okay, I picked up issue 1. I didn't get to read it yet, but I'm curious to see what's your thoughts on it. All right, let's move on to our other indie books. Our indie books here, we have Boom has 2, Sky has 2, IDW has 4, Dark Horse has 2. I think Dark Horse has 6. So this is actually wrong. Dark Horse has 6 titles, while Dynamite has 2 and Zenscope has 2. So that's a bit of a typo over at Boom Studio. And again, I am not counting the free comic book day. Pretty much every company has a free comic book day. Buffy the Vampire Slayer, The Lost Summer, Mighty Morphin Power Rangers, Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles 2, issue number 5. Scout Comics has this one book that I'm very interested in checking out, and that's Grim Space P1 Pinocchio, issue number 1. So it's a Pinocchio set in space. Clever. Grim Space. You get it? Grim Fairy Tales, Grim Space. So I want to check that out. I'm curious to see what it's like. And I'm also curious to see if it's adult driven or if it's kids driven. So that's my curiosity with that one. All right. So we also have Carmen Courageous, issue number 1. That's also a new book from Scott Comics. Over in IDW, you have the Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles. You got. I can't even say it. I'm tongue twisting.
Usagi
Yojimbo. Thank you. When, Where, issue 2. Star Trek Deep Space Nine, The Dog War, issue number 2. My Little Pony 12. Breath of Shadows number 4. Also from Dark Horse Comics, like I said, Dark Horse had a couple of books. Star Wars High Republic Adventures, issue number 4, as well as the Nameless Terror, issue number 3. Are these books worth picking up?
I mean, at this point, you might as well just buy anything High Republic on it because they
Yep.
keep shooting up in value.
Yeah. Hairball number 2, Where Monsters Live number 4. Survival number 1, that's a new book coming out. Skull and Bones, Savage Storm number 3. All right. And I see Evil, man. Evil, he likes his books, man. He's getting some books there. I see them there. Over Dynamite, Draculina, Simple Blood Symbol number 3. Barbarella, The Center Cannot Hold issue number 3. Over at Zenscope, you have Grim Spotlight, Masumi, and Grim Fairy Tale 71. And I forgot to change the typeface. It's just Godfell number 3, not Grim Spotlight, Masumi number 1 over at Vault Studio World Comics. And yes, Opus will be having Frank Frazella's Death Dealer issue number 12. So Evo, I was thinking about you. So it's scheduled to drop this week. There you go. All right. And we have a Blaze. A Blaze's Animal Castle Volume 2, issue number 1. They're actually going to be releasing issue number 1, a piece of it, for a free comic book day. So they're, if you like the book, then you could purchase the volume for the book. That's pretty interesting. Another book from Whatnot, Astrobots, number 1. Lamentations, coming out for Oni Press. Mad Cave also has Monomyth, number 1. It's not number 4. Number 1. What's going on with me and my typos, man? It's driving me crazy. This is what happens when you're working last minute, right? All right. And then to end things off, you got Free Comic Book Day. So with Free Comic Book Day, Josh, what you're excited for?
Listen, anything free. Free is the best price.
Free is the best price. All right, so let's go into the Free Comic Book Day listings, okay? Because there's some stuff I wanted to go over. So I'm going to add that to our stream here. And as you can see here, we're going to look at the comics. So with Free Comic Book Day, they have them set up as different levels. So you have gold comics. You have it's gold and silver comics. So these are all pre-ordered, but there's a lot of good books coming out. So you have Archie's The Cursed Library. You have Avengers X-Men number 1. There's a Conan book. There's a Conan book coming out, as well as the kids' books from Graphics like Dogman. Fish Flies. I'm curious about Fish Flies. I want to see that one. Systemic Stories sounds pretty interesting as well. There was a Spider-Man Venom like last year. Umbrella Academy. That should be good, right? Right, over here, I mentioned Animal Castle. All right, talk about animals. You got Animal Crossing.
Okay.
All right, so my wife loves Animal Crossing. I'm not going to say anything wrong. I can't say anything bad about Animal Crossing. So it's a Jeff Lemire. Thank you for letting me know that Fish Flies is Jeff Lemire. So you want to pick that up early. All right, I'm going to pick up I Am Stan because I want to read it. Story about Stan Lee. All right. Also, Marvel Voices is coming out. Let's see what else we got going on here. The Smurfs. I don't know what's this thing with the Smurfs these days. There's like some stuff with the Smurfs. I don't know what's up. And yes, Samuel, you are correct. They did lay off a lot of people over in IDW. So it's part of the reason why you're not seeing a lot of books coming out too. They had massive layoffs. So IDW has been losing a lot of their licensing. So I hope they're able to be okay. I hope they, get back past it, but we'll see. Wait and see. There are some DC books. There's going to be DC will have they're going to have a book that will be a foil book. So to lead off their storylines, kind of like with Dark Crisis. So you be on the lookout for that. I think the book's going to be going for like $10 or something like that. So go check that out. But that's free comic.
It's free.
No, the foil is worth something.
No, I was told that it's free comic book day.
You were told it was free comic book day. That didn't mean all the comic books are free.
Free. That's the meaning of free comic book day.
I agree. I'm with you, man. Josh, what you doing for free comic book day?
I don't know. I might stay home.
Or you might just hang out with me, right?
I might go with you. We'll see.
Yeah.
Confirm.
So, yeah, for Free Comic Book Day, you will be seeing me, maybe Josh, So I'm going to be going to. I'm going to kick off my trip at the Spider's Web. I'm really excited to go to Spider's Web because there's going to be a lot of indie talent there, and he's doing 20% off books. So if you're at the Spider's Web in Yonkers, New York, go check that out. I will also be going to 2 cons that are going on. One, I'm actually scheduled to be at FairyCon, which is a small con in a public library over at Dobbs Ferry. So I'm going to spend some time there. Comic Uno's going to be there. So those of you who watch Comic Uno, she's going to be there. Kat's going to be there. I'll probably talk to her for a little bit. And I'm supposed to have a table there, but I'll be there for a little bit. So we'll see how that turns out. I don't plan on being there for too long. I already told them, I was like, hey, I'll go. I'll probably get you some free comic books to give to the kids and things like that. And then, I'll go to the next one, which will be the White Plains Fest, which is another convention that's going on. I'll be hanging out with a couple of people, a couple of old friends that are there. So that's kind of where I'm at. Might head out to Squiggy. I might go to Swiggy's Dugout, might go to New York Hardcore Comics. It's a lot, and we're doing a lot of stuff. We might even stop by Collector Cave as well. So I'll do my best to record as much as I possibly can so that you can see what's going on for Free Comic Book Day. All right, guys. With that said, it is now time for us to do All right. So I got I'm setting up the duck race right now so we could get all the names in there. So I currently have 42 names. Let's see if there's anybody in this list that's not here. All right, so let's go ahead. I'm going to add to this list. I got to make sure I got Steven's name because that's important because Steven's been doing his thing. So let's get Steven in here. So, actually Samuel. I got to get Samuel in here. Samuel S. All right, let's see who's else here. Circumstances. Let's get circumstances. Because it's pretty much if you leave a comment, you're in. So that's how we're doing this. Comics by the Bay. I got Comics by the Bay. S Vaughn 82. Up KBDM. All right, let's get KBDM in here. Make sure that's there. Dr. Von Hoof's in here. I know that much. Collecting with Dirts. Let's see here. I believe that's everyone. Yep, that's everybody. So we got 45 names in this group. We're going to set this thing out to 1 minute. All right. So now it's time to hear the fun stuff. You ready for a duck race?
Let's do it.
All right. Look at that sound on.
Whack, whack.
All right, guys. The duck race is going. This is going to be for what book was it again? The Wolverine Origins for anybody who's a channel member, or you don't have to be a channel member to win this book. All you have to do is leave a super chat. If you leave a super chat of any size, you will qualify for this one. If not, if you're just a YouTube subscriber, then you qualify for the Blue Beetle. So let's get that race going, starting right now. All right. Well, let's see how this race goes. I see Dirt. I see Kenneth Burnt. Kenneth is getting far. Look at there we go. What's going on here?
You never want to be in the front at the beginning.
You never want to be in the front, right?
Yeah. No.
Fanboy Prime is catching up. Look at that Fanboy Prime. And there goes Flo Tamarin dressed up as Donald Trump. Josh Cabrera's in this list too. Look at that.
How is that? What? How is that possible?
You left a comment, remember?
Wait,
and look, you're catching speed. You're catching speed there. Not anymore.
Yeah, no, too soon.
MON Comics.
It's literally any comment from the last week.
Yeah. Look at KBDM. He has a nice strong. Oh no, he didn't. And there goes
5 seconds.
Wait. Where you get that? I believe. Where did you get that one last week? Didn't he?
I don't think so.
Yeah, I have to double check. All right. What a steal. Congratulations to where did you get that? Yeah, there you go. And look at he's dressed. The duck is dressed up as the Statue of Liberty. Well, look at that. Isn't that sweet? New York representing. All right, guys, it's over an hour. Well, I've been here over an hour. It's almost 7:30. Go check out the shows that are coming out. But before we do that, Josh, what you doing tomorrow?
Well, actually, we're upping it. So we're doing multiple Whatnot shows every week. So tonight as well as tomorrow night, you can catch me at weeknights. Coming up soon, later this month, later in May, we're going to start doing daytime shows too. So
Daytime shows? Wow.
Daytime shows, yeah. So check me out on your lunch break. We're gonna have all kinds of stuff. We're gonna have new books. We're gonna have old books. We're gonna have slabs. It's gonna be great.
Awesome. And in case you want to use the QR code that you have here, you get $15 credits on me for you to spend on Josh. So that'll be great. You get $15 if you use this QR code if you're new to Whatnot. So that will help you out there. That's awesome, Josh. Good stuff, man. We got a lot of stuff coming. We got a lot of stuff coming up for you guys on the channel. So with that said, guys, I just want to let everyone know there's multiple shows going on right now. You got Nick's Kicks Comics at 7:30. It's going to be a few nerd dads. It's going to be with Nick and Rob Fatstacks. Or you could watch the special interview with DJ Lynx. He just hit his 3,000 subscribers. He's actually went above and beyond his 3,000 subscribers. He's gonna be doing a giveaway show on Friday night. I'm gonna try my best to try to watch it because I'm usually hanging out with Josh, so it becomes a little hard for me. We're doing our thing, and then in between the lines later this evening at 8:35. Also, we got 8:35 with TM Nerdy and Geek Out with Costco. I keep saying Costco. It's Roscoe. So go check them out, guys. With that said, I think that's the end of my show. And with that, I just want to say thank you to everybody. Let me just put the camera back on. I want to say thank you to everybody for watching. We'll see you next time. Until then, guys, Excelsior.